Hi there, in this video I will show you how I print the Budget Mums Live Rich Planner and Budget by Paycheck printable downloads in A5 double-sided. Let's go. So this is my Filofax A5 planner or organizer in Domino Soft series in orchid color. So I have my Live Rich planner here. I have July's calendar, I have the personal planning spread, and I have printed the weekly spread, and it continues the same for the rest of the month. I also have the Budget by Paycheck printable. So I have my July calendar, Paycheck bill trackers, the cash envelope breakdown page, another Paycheck bill tracker, cash envelope breakdown page, and then the expense trackers. I have my cash and my debit, and here are the other pages. And I'm already printed for August. I'm in Australia, and the most common copy paper available to us is an A4 size paper. So it is 8.25 inches that way in width and 11.75 inches in length. So to print A5 pages, essentially it is just half of an A4. So let me just fold this and I'll be able to show you. There we are, an A5 page. So you will get two A5 sizes side by side on an A4 sheet of paper. And that is the size of my printable insert. To print double-sided in A5, which means you have to set the print setting to 2 pages per sheet. I'll show you that once I get to the computer. It's important that the order of the pages is as follows. So if we look at this one pager as a booklet, so you have a cover page, you have the 2 pages inside, and you have a back cover. Let's number them so we can see clearly. So cover page, or page 1, page 2, page 3, and page 4. Okay, first page, second and third page, and the back page is the 4th. If we open it up, as you can see, the pages are not in the usual order 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes from 4, 1, and then if you print it double-sided and flip on the short edge, it'll be page 2 and 3. So at the moment, if you were to print the double-sided PDF version of either the Live Rich Planner or the Budget by Paycheck, it'll print out this way. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. And if that is a booklet, it is all in the wrong order. 2, 3, 4, and then the cover or the first page is out of order. So the way it is at the moment, you're unable to print it as is because the page order will be all wrong. So we have to be able to move page 4 to the front, or page 8 to the front of the line, and so on and so forth. So for me to be able to do that, I use the GoodNotes app on my iPad. There might be some other apps that allow you to move the pages around. I think maybe a PDF reader or Adobe Pro, or if you have a Samsung device, a different app. I only know GoodNotes, so I can only show you how I move the pages around in GoodNotes app on my iPad. Now I'm sure you can print A5, a booklet style, or other ways, or if you cut your A4 paper in half and change your setting output feed of your paper as A5, you can do it that way as well. I tried, unfortunately the paper kept getting caught, the corners were getting caught and black ink was being printed on the corners, and I didn't want to try it anymore because I didn't want to waste my printer ink. Alright, so let's go to my iPad and GoodNotes app. Okay, here's my iPad with the leverage planner already uploaded into Safari. So locate the email you would have received from the Budget Mum for your leverage planner or your budget by paycheck order, and you'll be able to open the PDF. Open the double-sided version because that's the one we want to print instead of the single-sided. The reason we want to open the double-sided is, well, we want to print double-sided, but the margins are left, or in this case there's the right margin and then the left margin, so when it prints the margins are on the inside of the pages. So if you want to hole punch it, it's in the correct side. So here is my leverage planner. Press this button here and it'll allow me to what options I want to do with the PDF. In my case, I'm going to open it in my GoodNotes 5 app, which is this button here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to import it as a new document. Import to documents. And here it is, the leverage planner pages, all imported into my GoodNotes 5 app. Now, for us to be able to rearrange the pages so then it prints out in the correct order when we print it A5 side, we need to move the fourth page to the front of the line. So if you click on this 4 square button right here on the top left hand corner, you'll be able to see the pages all lined up from 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 16, 17 to 20, and so on and so forth. So if you press your finger on the fourth page and drag it to the first page, you have now rearranged the pages so then it is in this order. So this first two will print on one side, which is, that was the first page, and this one now is the fourth page. So 4 and 1, and then since we're printing double-sided, it'll flip it. Make sure your print setting is flip on the short edge. I'll show you that once we get to the printer portion of this video. So now this is technically, or originally, was page 2 and 3. So that now is in order of the way we want to print it when we will print it at A5 size. We do the same for the 8th page and we move it to the front of the line of this row. So now we have it in the order of 5, 6, 7, 8. And then move along down the line and just keep moving the 4th page of that row to the front of the line. So I normally keep an eye out on what I'm pressing, so press or I'm moving, so move page 20, next page 24 to the front, page 28 to the front, 32 to the front, 36 to the front, and so on and so forth. Oops. So you do that for all the pages. Once you've done that for all the pages, close it, rename this set of PDF. So I'm going to rename it as Live Rich Planner A5 double-sided. So then if if you're like me, I only print 2 to 3 months of pages or printables at a time, you can quickly refer back to the Live Rich Planner A5 double-sided version instead of the original one. So now this is the LRP, or if you're printing the Budget by Paycheck PPP A5 double-sided version. We then press this button here, which is the export button. We export it all. We export it as a PDF, and I will be saving mine into my iCloud drive. Okay, save it to my files. I'm going to put it in my, so this is my iCloud drive. Put it in the folder that I've named as LRP. I'm going to save that. Now we can go to my laptop and look for the LRP A5 double-sided PDF version to print. So come with me. Okay, here we are. I am in my iCloud drive, and here is the PDF we saved earlier. So it's the LRP A5 double-sided. So let's open that up. Okay, so as you can see, this is the first page of the original version of the PDF. Now the fourth page is at the front. So click on the print icon. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to print out only pages 1 to 4. Okay, so you can customize the pages you want. Currently my paper size is at A4, and that's what I have in my printer. To be able to print the A5, so we know A5 is half the size of A4, so if we print 2 pages per sheet, we now have 2 A5 sizes side by side, ready to print on A4 size paper. So I hope I'm making sense. So once it prints out, we just cut the paper in half, hole punch in the middle, and then you're good to go to pop it into your organizer or planner that is A5 size. So now it's important that we make sure that we click the print on both sides option here, and that it's going to flip on the short edge. So this is the short edge of the paper, and it'll flip on itself, so then all the pages are the same way. If you did have flip on the long edge, the pages will be upside down. So make sure please to flip it on the short edge. Now the other thing that people have said that when they did print it out, the page or the print is smaller than what it looks like on mine. So just play with the scale. So we have the default, which is what it's at the moment, fit to printable area. So as you can see, there's more margin there, so fit to printable area is smaller. So let's put it back to default. There we go, there's less margins on the side. The other option is fit to paper. So once again, it's there's a bit more margin. Now fit to paper, it actually puts the print in the middle of the page, because look what happens when you put it to default. See how there's more margin on the bottom edge than on the top edge. I'm okay with that because I could easily maybe write down notes at the bottom there. I think this printable, the PDF, is for a letter size. So if you do have a letter size paper available in the country you're in, change the paper size option to letter and play around with the scale. So it looks like fit to paper and default is the same. So I'm thinking the printable is a letter size, but here in Australia we don't have letter size paper. So I will put it back to A4, and I'm going to put it into default. So play around with it and see how you go. And now we're ready to print. So let's go to the printer. Okay, so the printer will now print it on the other side. Okay, so let's have a look. Here we are. 2 pages printed. There's the front cover, so that's the 4th page. That's the 1st page. And if we were to cut it in half, okay, I'm going to try and do this one-handed. If you were to, let's say that's folded and cut in half properly. Okay, there's page 1, page 2 and 3, and then page 4. Now when you print page 5 to 8, remember we moved the 8th page to the front of those 4 sets of pages. So then whatever that is, it's the next one after this. And then that way your personal planning spread and your weekly spread will be on 2 pages when folded out. So that is how you print A5 printable inserts for your A5 planner using the Budget Mums LRP or BBP double-sided PDF printable download. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.